Developing tonight, 6 more Gitmo detainees, including alleged bin Laden bodyguards, released. This while intelligence sources tell Fox News that ISIS militants are now reportedly using Libya as an entry point into Europe and then the United States. Joining me now, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer. Good evening, Colonel. Your reaction to the latest Gitmo release?
Well, it's continuation of what the president promised to do. He's trying to close Gitmo. And I think the political narrative here, Judge, is driving the train, not the interests of the American people and protecting the American people or interests, because these guys he's releasing, these guys, the bin Laden driver, the Taliban 5, these are all hardened terrorists who have participated in acts of terror against the United States, against people, and they killed our people. And frankly, it makes no sense at all regarding keeping our allies or us safe.
Well, you know what's interesting is that the national security spokesman said that keeping open Gitmo weakens national security, it drains resources, it damages U.S. relations with key allies as if they need to do more to damage those relations, and it emboldens violent extremists. Maybe we should let everybody out of jail, too, because it, makes a lot of people angry. What are these people thinking?
Why, they're not thinking. This is, again, a political narrative. Gitmo serves a purpose. It is a place we can bring people who were actually non-combatant combatants. Judge, law of land warfare would allow us to kill these people on the battlefield because they picked up weapons against our soldiers. They are essentially non-combatant individuals who do not even get the law of land warfare given to them. So they've been so it's totally insane.
All right, and they're not prisoners of war, so they don't have to be released. But okay, let's move on. This week, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dempsey, said that if the U.S. took control, we could really defeat ISIS. Well, what the hell have we been doing for the last few years?
We've been, well, that's the problem. General Dempsey, it's time for him to go. And this lily pad concept he's trying to put forth now is totally insane. Look, either you're in this to win it, or you might as well just stop pretending. Judge, this is what's wrong with our policy right now. We know how to go about doing what we can to defeat ISIS. We can organize our Arab allies more consistently. The Egyptians, the Jordanians want to join. We could put them in the front. We could work with our allies on the ground. We could put Special Operations Command into place. Special Operations Command literally is being held back, one hand tied behind its back. So we can do a lot more rapidly.
All right. I've got a couple more questions.
Sure.
The president approves of sending in 450 more U.S. troops. The same week, he says he has no strategy.
It's insane.
It seems crazy, but let me ask you this. The biggest concern right now has to do with this statement that Libya is now the easy entry point into Europe and ultimately into the U.S. They're saying this is the way to America. Are they right?
Absolutely. They're related. The 450 is insulting, Judge. It actually puts more impetus into ISIS. It gives them more momentum. With that said now, they're continuing to spread globally. We are so centrally focused on Iraq, we're not looking at the big picture. This is what we should be looking at. Libya and other places where they're expanding. Libya will become a profit center for them. They're already charging the refugees to go from Libya into Europe by the fact we destabilized Libya. And now they can get people into that refugee stream and actually go to Europe or come here. It's inevitable that they will get people, deep undercover agents, through the system and into both Europe and here eventually. And they're planning for a 9/11 style catastrophic attack in not too distant future.
You know, Sheriff Clark was just on, and he was talking about the fact that there was a call to attack law enforcement by ISIS and a call to attack the military. And with all of the denigration of law enforcement and, with this building up of hatred, it's not just the lone wolves now that we have to worry about. It is, major forces coming in from Europe, which is no problem at all, and then, through the southern border, which is a joke. So there's a new, and his picture flashed just a moment ago, there's a new nomination for Joint Chiefs, Joe Dunford. Very quickly, what's your thoughts on this guy? Is he better than Dempsey?
General Dunford's nickname is Fighting Joe. I do believe he's bringing that to the job. He is one of the, I think, best strategic thinkers, best tacticians we have in uniform today. He finished a successful tour in Afghanistan. I think he's in it to win it. I think he's going to do a very thorough review when he takes over, probably September, October of this year. I have a great deal of faith in him.
Good, good. Fighting Joe sounds good to me. Colonel
Yes,
Tony
ma'am.
Shaffer, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.